Okay. Hi! I'm back. I think I have my camera upside down from last time, so if I'm looking in a slightly different direction and the setup looks a little bit more whack than last time, that's why. So as promised on my last video, I am going to be doing a Q&A today. This is my old phone. If you guys have been keeping up with my Instagram, you'll know that I just got a new phone because of something shady that happened with my mom's ex-boyfriend. So I'm gonna be reading the questions off my old phone and recording with my new one. So I asked for questions to be sent through Telegram, so I will be reading them off of Telegram. You can't see anything on that screen. Wow. So the first thing I got was not a question. It says, you know when you have a random account that you're obsessed with and love seeing their random new posts every day? Thank you for being that account for me for the past half a year. Thank you. I kind of hate my account. I kind of feel like it's just one big huge shit post. So I appreciate hearing that, because like I feel like nothing I post is ever of any substance. I don't know if I should wear my glasses or not. They like help my eyes, but at the same time the light. No, we're ditching them. We're ditching them. Bad idea. When was the moment you realized Bam Bam was the love of your life? This is a story. For those that may not know, my first alt group was BTS. I had gotten into BTS in May or June, April, May, June, end of my senior year in 2017. And they were the only group I was into for like a really long time. I came to college and I met Michelle. You guys all know Michelle. She introduced me to like a plethora of other groups. Like I didn't realize how sheltered I was only being a BTS stan for so long. So she had showed me GOT7, Monsta X, 17. She tried to show me EXO, but I like wasn't feeling it at first because, you know, BTS fans can be like that. On October 6, 2017 is when she showed me GOT7, and immediately I felt a connection. Like they were just the way that they are, you know? So I immediately felt love, and they were the third group that I officially stanned in K-pop. And over time, throughout the winter, I had gotten more and more into GOT7, and no correlation, less and less into BTS. Eventually, I just stopped standing BTS. I lost interest, no beef. It just kind of happened naturally. So that left open reign for a new alt group to come in. And at like 1 in the morning on Christmas Day, I had like this epiphany that GOT7 is my alt group. I love them more than anyone, and Bam Bam is my alt bias. And from that point, no one has ever come remotely even close to like dethroning them. The closest I ever came to like un-alting GOT7 was when I decided that I was alting NCT. But I just double ult the two groups, but GOT7 are still like my number one group. It's just NCT are also on a very high pedestal in my standard. Somebody asked, what's my favorite girl group? My favorite girl group is Red Velvet. I love Red Velvet. Joy is my bias. I don't know exactly when I stand them. I will admit I'm more into boy groups than I am into girl groups, but that's not intentional. It just kind of happened that way. How are you so beautiful? Your smile and laugh are so bright and wonderful. Only an insane person wouldn't find them contagious. You're so sweet, and your love for Bam Bam makes my heart smile. You're beautiful. I love you. Thank you. I just had a moment. I appreciate that a lot. I love you more. I love you more. Am I still getting questions right now? I just got a question right now. Will you ever dye your hair back either to black or, like, in parentheses, please, yes, pink? I don't know. I've been thinking about dyeing my hair pink again, actually. I will be honest. For a while now, like pretty much immediately after I went back to blonde, I was like, oh, I want to have pink hair again. But I've been hesitating because a lot of my friends pointed out the fact that every time I dye my hair any color other than blonde, I complain that I miss my blonde hair because blonde is my natural color and I think it looks nice on me, I guess. So like, I did my pink hair and I was happy for a while, and then I was like, I want to change but I'm not sure what it is. So that's when I dyed my hair green. I'll insert a picture here of my green hair. I didn't show much of that because it was kind of tragic. And then from there is when I dyed it brown because I couldn't get the green out entirely. When I bleached it, I kind of looked like a camouflage mess. Then I was brown for a few months, and then after it had been long enough, the color started to naturally fade even though it was a permanent dye. I was like, okay, I trust myself enough to bleach this. By the way, I do all of the... What the hell? Everything I do to my hair, I do myself. I don't trust anyone else with my hair because there was a time when I had my black hair that was in my sophomore to junior year of high school, if I remember correctly. When I wanted that out, I went to a salon to get it taken out because my nana didn't trust me to get such a dark color out by myself. And they completely destroyed my hair. They cut it to about this short, and they told me that I was going back to blonde, but it was just this weird, like, caramel brown color, and I just wasn't there for it. So I haven't dyed my hair black since because it's a very tough color to remove. Obviously, it's black. But I'm not sure if I would do that one again. What are you studying or thinking of studying in the future? I don't know how American universities work. I am in American University. I'm in college. I finished my freshman year and I'm about to start my sophomore year, and I am studying psychology. Do you ship Jin Gyum? Have you ever tried writing fanfiction, or do you only read? Interesting question. I love Jin Gyum so much. Jin Gyum, Jin Gyum, Yu Gyum, Jin Gyum, Jin Gyum. I love that ship so much. It's not my top ship, but I ship pretty much everything in GOT7. That's a good one. I love me some Jin Gyum. And yes, I do read fanfiction, and yes, I actually do write fanfiction. I haven't shared my writing with many people on the internet. I've got a Tumblr account for it, if you know it. Do you like watching dramas? If so, what's your fave? Don't say GOT7, lol. Being truthful, the only dramas I've ever actually sat down and watched entirely through are Dream Night and Magic School. So, I mean, I guess Magic School isn't technically GOT7 because it just has Jin Young in it and it's a serious acting role. So I'm gonna say the Magic School is my favorite drama. But I do want to start watching more. So if you have recommendations, which idols do you think are problematic? Being problematic isn't an opinion. If an idol does something that makes them problematic, then they are, like, by the books. The books. Then they just are. Like, it's not an opinion. If an idol does a problematic thing, it's not up to me to decide whether I think they're problematic or not. They either are or they aren't. However, I feel that if an idol apologizes sincerely for something that they've done, and they don't do it again in the future, there is no reason that you should not regain your respect for them. What's the best K-pop related dream you've ever had? Describe in detail. Also, I love you, Queen. This is a very tough question for me because, believe it or not, I have a dream about K-pop pretty much every single night. I can't remember all of them, no matter how hard I try. I've had all different types of dreams. I've had happy ones, I've had sad ones, I've had scary ones, I've had ones. We've all been there. I don't know what the best one I've ever had would be. I have a lot of dreams about meeting GOT7, which, if you don't know, is happening at the time that I'm filming this in 6 days. I don't know, man. I have a lot of them. I don't know if I could pick a favorite. I can't do it. I can't. What do you plan on saying to GOT7? In all caps. See, I've been thinking a lot about what I want to say to them, but when I read that, I blanked. And I'm scared that that's what's going to happen when I do meet them. But I know I want to thank J-Bum specifically for his hard work, because being a leader for a group is not something that anyone could do. It's not an easy task, and he is an extremely hardworking and dedicated man, and I love him. There are a lot of things that I want to say to Bam Bam, but I know I won't have the time to. But assuming that I have myself collected enough, I would like to show him the tattoo that I got that he drew. I think I want to tell Jin Young that I liked Magic School, because I don't know how often people compliment his acting at a GOT7 concert. I feel like most people are just talking about the show, and I want him to know that he is appreciated in more ways than one by the fans. That's all I've got so far. I've got a week to figure it out. I think I want to ask Youngjae how Coco is doing. We'll find out. I'm thinking about like turning my phone on voice record and then like sticking it back in my pocket, because obviously you're not allowed to take photos or videos. So I had this idea that I would do a voice recording and then like have it to play back and maybe post if I can figure out how to post a voice recording. So then you guys will know exactly what went down, because I'm probably gonna be a mess. Oh, next question. Are you going to show Bam Bam your tattoo? Hopefully. I look forward to the video. Oh, thank you. Would you like to get a piercing done? If yes, which ones? There's a few. I currently only have my ears pierced 2 times on each ear. I've been thinking about getting my septum pierced, but I don't know if I would be able to pull it off, and also I don't think my job would allow that. I wanted a tongue piercing until something horrific happened to someone in my family with a tongue piercing, so I don't think I'm gonna be getting that one anymore. That's a different story. Favorite songs and bias from the groups you stan? Do you stan girl groups? What bands do you want to see in concert? Don't say Big Bang, it'll break my heart, please. I know we all want that. Okay, well, I guess I'll start with Big Bang. I double bias in Big Bang. I bias Jiyoung and I bias Daesung, but Jiyoung is my ultimate soloist outside of Big Bang. My favorite song by him as a soloist is probably Shake the World. As for Big Bang, they have so much music. I don't know what a favorite could be. I really like Blue, but I don't want to say Blue because it's like a popular song. I don't know. I love all of Big Bang's music. Like, every single song is a banger. They're just legends. Legends, legends, legends. They're probably my favorite, like, senior group. I stan a lot of groups. Like, a lot of groups. I have a bias list on my Instagram, so it's like a highlight. So you can find it that way, because otherwise it would take me a very, very long time to go through each and every one of my biases here. As for bands I would like to see in concert, I want to see 17. I really thought 17 was going to come to KCON New York this year, but they did not. So I want to see 17. I want to see Stray Kids again, now that I'm like really, really starting to stan them a lot more. I want to see EXO, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. And I want to see NCT go on a world tour, like NCT 2018, all of them. For the love of God, I would do anything for that tour to happen. I know they're talking about it, I'm just waiting. And Mark is leaving NCT Dream in a month, so like, they gotta hurry up. What is your favorite K-pop song ever that moves you emotionally? That song is too much. I can't. Which girl group has the best visuals in your opinion? Luna. No hesitation there. Sorry to every other girl group. Luna are all so gorgeous. It's kind of unsettling. All put together, I'm just like, I'm trash. I love this question. Love Train or Chain? Bold of you to think I like Love Train. I might have been giving off the wrong vibe, but I don't like Love Train. However, Chain is a great song, so I guess I'm gonna have to go with Chain on this one. Advice for how to stop sobbing over GOT7? Question mark. I don't have any, unfortunately. I never stop being in deep emotional turmoil over GOT7. So you just learn to cope with it. So I guess that's about it for me. I answered every question I received on Telling Him. Thank you if you watched all of this. I have a feeling this is gonna end up being really long. I hope I answered your question and you I guess I will be back next week since I actually came through a week later like I'm supposed to. So that's about it from me. Bye!